What we're looking at is I'm cutting out support blocks or clamping blocks for my Ritter board. And every one of those holes is going to be cut out in a square just like you see that. And what I'm doing, if you notice that it just went up and down right there, it's leaving tabs. And the tabs are going to hold this whole maze together. So I'm making, I think there's a bunch of them. I don't remember how many are off the top of my head, but as you'll see in a few minutes, there's a whole lot of them connected together with tabs. And I moved them tighter together so that I could get more on the board. So if you notice there, it's not cutting a full section in between the two. And you see that little circle that it went through right there. That's a hole I drilled out. I made a pocket cut there because when these are cut out, if you don't cut that out, there's a little piece of wood that's left there that flies out and it breaks off bits and it can mess up your project in a bad way. So if you look up above where we are now on the board, if you go in the Y direction, you'll see that there's a bunch of those. Well, those pockets were all cut out so that when it was done, it would leave a project that looks like this with all these tabs. So the next step is, how do I get rid of those tabs? How do I cut that tab? And if you notice right there on the bottom, it didn't cut all the way through. So now I also have to clean up the bottom of that and get rid of the tabs. Well, what I do is I get rid of my tabs on a router table. You see the wheel on top? That rests on the surface that I want to make the rest of the surface match. So if you look, I'm going to take it through the bandsaw and simply slide it through. And it doesn't matter whether the piece is clean tabs like that is, or if the tabs have, see that piece hanging out on the bottom? Have unfinished work there. As long as the top part is done, I can go through there and cut those apart. Now, the choice is mine whether I want to cut up individual squares and do it or cut out a string of them and do them. You can do it both ways. I put these in a string like that and cut them on the router table, so I smooth it up. The last piece there, the reason there's a section there that's not cut is I wanted to keep it turned out the board that I had was 9 by 36. And that little piece there wasn't big enough to fit on the board, and I didn't want to stretch it so that I hit it with a, you see it there, how it's not cut at all? And we're going to show you, all I've got to do is clean that up, because it goes all the way around, is to run it through that router table. And that's the next step in this process. You take it, it's better if you hold it with two hands. Unfortunately, my cameraman's on vacation. I wish I was, but I'm not. So I'm doing the camera and doing the work at the same time, which is, as you know, a lot of fun. But you just run it through, and it's directional. I'm going against the bit is turning counterclockwise. So as it comes around, it cuts that piece off. If I go the other way, it tends to shoot it out and leave you a rougher surface. So that's all there is to it. You just keep going around and doing all the squares. Thanks for watching and have fun with your CNC. Tabs are convenient to hold our parts together, and it's another way to do multiple production items. So you can do that, speed up your process.